Let's hear from Cabela's Fisherman's Handbook host Wade Middleton on his thoughts on crankbaits. And let's see how he picks one and fishes with it.
You know, crankbaits are something as a kid that I can remember opening up that old 3-tier tackle box, and there was crankbaits in there, different colors, different sizes, and I always just liked the way they feel, and I always liked the way that they caught fish. You know, I could throw it out as a little kid and wind it in. I didn't know any better and catch a few fish. I thought they were a magic bait. They did all the work for you. But as I've gotten older, I've learned that crankbaits, there's so much more to them, from the colors, from the sizes, from the actions, and different things there. And one of the biggest reasons I like to throw crankbaits is they catch fish from super cold water all the way to, you know, warm time, the warmest water of the summer. So they are one of the most versatile bass fishing baits that you can find once you understand the different actions, the different colors, and the different subtleties that each one of these baits that are at your Cabela sporting goods store offers. I mean, there's just so many different ones, but they catch them all year long. You know, color selections when it comes to crankbaits, you know, a lot of times what a guy needs to be thinking about are what bass feeding on at that given time of the year. Is it threadfin shad? Well, let's get something that mimics the color of a shad. Is it bluegill? Well, let's mimic those bluegill. Is it crawfish? Let's use something that's going to have kind of a crawfish color, or some kind of a, you know, something that's going to be similar in what a crawfish looks like at that time of the year. And if you'll do that, you're already a little bit ahead of the game. You're matching the forage that the bass are feeding on. Other things to keep in mind when it comes to choosing the right color for a crankbait are the water color itself. Is it, you know, going to be heavily stained and you're throwing a square bill up shallow, say? If you're doing that, then I like to throw something that's, you know, more yellow color. Other things I'll pay attention to are actually sunlight penetration and trying to match some of the conditions there. I've had some great fishing trips where I've gone out in cloudy, dark, dank conditions and thrown like a chartreuse blueback crankbait. It didn't mimic anything forage-wise that's in that fishery that I was fishing it on. However, what it did was allowed it to be very visible in the watercolor and with the conditions I had overhead. And I mean, the reaction bite was phenomenal that day. So what I always try to keep in mind, first and foremost, match my colors of my crankbaits to the forage base that's out there. Secondly, I pay attention to the watercolor and the quality there and the conditions in the sun. And then I use finally my little bit of intuition on what I think I need to be throwing when it comes to colors, because within each of those colors that we've talked about, there's lots of different spectrums, there's lots of different hues. You know, the back may be one color, maybe black in some, maybe blue in the other, and then the body may be silver. So paying attention to everything and a little bit of your intuition, a little bit of that gut feeling will help you pick the colors that are going to help you be more successful when it comes to crankbait fishing.